This program of music to bring you a bulletin just received in the WOR newsroom.
All the humanity and all the prayers that they're screaming, Roger.
I may, at this early hour in the morning, recapitulate
The is really new.
From sci-fi to music, computers to entertainment, nothing is off limits. Coming to you live from the Danger Room, voted best new two-person podcast east of Atlanta. This is RogueCast. And now, here is your host, T.R. Love.
The final segment.
Segment 3.
Segment 3. So let me say this. So you were, we had to just quickly come back. Adam was telling me about how he tried to go into an electronics store. Was this a Radio Shack?
No, it was a Best Buy.
Best Buy. And you didn't buy anything?
I didn't buy anything, which is utterly ridiculous for me, because if you know me, and there aren't a ton of people that are listening that know me, but you know that no matter what, I have to either buy an electronic, a DVD, or a CD when I go into a
Do you feel like you're like a 3-year-old and actually have to play with all the gizmos and gadgets?
I go and sit down in the chairs and watch TVs.
Is it Sharper Images the one where they have a test model out on every single store?
And they have like the
play,
massage
and they encourage you to play with it?
And they ask you to use it, and then the salesman will come up and demonstrate how to properly plug it in and turn on the on button, which is very tough for some people.
And then you get to play with it another way.
Yeah. If you're in Sharper Image, and you know what, I find this a lot on the island when there's a Sharper Image in the Hilton Head Mall.
I was thinking of Brookstone. Brookstone is the one that they actually tell you can go and play with.
And the fact is,
both encourage you to sit in the chairs and play with the putting gear.
And it's really cool. But the problem is that I find, and especially where we're at in the Hilton Head Mall, that it's a lot of people that really don't know how to use electronics that are spending money on electronics, and most of them are returning them after they find out they can't use them. So I think a Brookstone is making a lot of headway by teaching these people how to use electronics. It's kind of like a teaching course as quickly as you can.
Right, so you actually get to learn how to turn it on before you actually buy it. So you're in Best Buy.
In Best Buy. Best Buy in Beaufort.
I didn't know there was one.
They just built it. It opened June 23rd. It's nice. It's a nice Best Buy. They have several things that I can't afford, but I like to go in and look. And it was probably the first time I can honestly say that I was in an electronics store that had not only electronics, but cell phones and regular phones and DVDs and CDs and video games and video game systems that I did not purchase anything, and I didn't even think about purchasing anything.
Did you sit in the Xbox 360 chair and
No.
play the Xbox 360 on the big projection screen television and with the big surround sound that comes at you from?
No, you're a little excited, but no, but you know what? I did play a video game on the Xbox 360 called Table Tennis 360. Table Tennis 360. It was the best game I've ever played. I had a great time. I played for about 45 minutes, and I could have attributed to the fact that I didn't spend any money because I just got so enthralled in playing table tennis on the Xbox 360.
I can't believe that they actually came out with an Xbox 360 table tennis.
It's a fantastic game.
You're kidding me. Well, I always like Oblivion, or with the racing game was really cool. Or was it Gotham Knights 3?
Gotham Knights 3. And you know what? I'm really a big fan of like the quick football games and the quick baseball, basketball games and all those quick moving games, but I just found myself just enthralled.
You know what I find wrong with the 360 games, or maybe they do, maybe somebody's going to email me and tell me this, but I kind of like, this is why I like flash games and kind of web-based games, is you have 5 minutes, you have a 5-minute game, you're done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Now some of these games like Oblivion or Knights of the Old Republic or whatever else, they're 30-some hours to play to finish the game. Yeah. I'd like a table tennis one where you could just play
the championship.
One quick game. They randomly pick you a partner. You go to town. You try to win.
I, in fact, won the table tennis amateur championship while at Best Buy. It took me 35 minutes to do. And that's the good thing about sports games. You play a season, the season's over. You can play like Dynasty and Owner modes. But, yeah, when I was in college, and this would attribute to some of the poor grades that I got in the first couple of years, I was playing a lot of Fable, Knights of the Old Republic, and those take years. I think it took me an entire year to play all those games, and that's absurd.
At Best Buy, talking about Knights of the Republic, did they have the FX lightsaber that you could purchase there?
They didn't. You know what? It was actually a pretty bare bones Best Buy. I mean, it was good Best Buy. Best Buy is my favorite of all the Super Center electronic stores.
Do you like those better than the other one, Circuit City?
Yeah, I do. In my opinion, the best place to go is your local DVD or CD store, like a local one that's like got really, the prices are probably going to be a little higher because they have more eclectic mixes. Where I'm from in Louisville, Kentucky, they have an Ear Ecstasy it's a music store, and it's my favorite place to go. But if I have to go to a Supercenter, I'll pick Best Buy over Circuit City.
Oh wow, because we're going to have to go check out maybe we'll have to podcast from
the Best Buy in Beaufort. And it's if you're in Bluffton, it's a lot easier to get to than the Best Buy in Savannah. We found that out, and you can always go down in Beaufort and have a good time. But yeah, the Best Buy, didn't buy anything. My girlfriend my fiance made a comment about how I didn't buy anything, which is abnormal for me. Even if it's a DVD I have never walked out of a Best Buy without purchasing something.
They're always amazing, man. The amount of CDs and DVDs is just amazing.
The fact that they have one of those big kiosks for each genre,
right?
And they're always full.
They're always full.
But the only the bad thing about Supercenters, and I find this, is that the one DVD that you're looking for,
they don't have.
No. Or they didn't get in, or they pushed the release date back without telling you. Those are the most frustrating. And you face it a lot now with CD release dates because they don't really instruct you that it's coming out later.
The other ones, some of the big ones, I find that the big stores have really like some of the smaller gadgets, like not like notebooks. They have some.
They sell some computers, but it's more like computer batteries.
Yeah, the computer batteries
and computer cases.
And the cases and the speakers and the and the mouseies and the notepads. You get all the really cool ones there. But
and see here's the disappointing thing. I'm a Mac user, so they don't sell Apples or Apple equipment or Mac equipment in any store.
Which are the best? Which are the big companies that sells the Apple?
Nobody.
Oh.
Circuit City used to sell the old iMacs,
right?
Because I used to work at Circuit City, and my fiance actually got her computer from Circuit City. But nobody. Apple has been taken out of all major supercenters.
Right.
It's only sold at Apple stores, and South Carolina doesn't even have an Apple store. The closest Apple store to where we are right now is Jacksonville.
Oh, I've been to the one in Charlotte.
So we have a Charlotte one and a Jacksonville.
Yeah, I had a G5 PowerBook for a while. It was very cool.
Yeah.
I accidentally left my plug, the AC adapter, somewhere else. So on my way north to go visit my sister in Virginia, I quickly found out where the local supercenter was and made a trip over there. And
they're beautiful. Apple stores are the most amazing. I think the best store to go to in the whole world because you just go.
Have you seen the new one in New York that looks like a cube?
Oh, I've never been in. I've wanted to go.
It's open 24 hours.
It's amazing. It's in Times Square, right?
I don't know, but it's open 24 hours a day. So you can buy a G4 or G5 or G6 or G7 PowerBook.
Which by the time this comes out, it'll be a G7 probably. But
yeah, and then I think that also I think Apple did an amazing job by dropping their PowerPC chip and going completely Intel.
Yeah, and so we're talking about supercenters, and we're just kind of winging it. We're kind of throwing stuff out. What do you think of supercenters? Are you a fan of supercenters, like a Walmart supercenter, Target supercenter?
What I really like about them is, at least when you go online, you see so many different gadgets. You don't know what they look like. The supercenters, you get to pick it and feel it and choose it and see if it fits your hands and see if it you can get what you want. But then go back on the internet and see if you can find it cheaper.
So you like to go to a place where you can get your DVD, get your foot medicine, get your sports equipment, and then buy groceries at the same time.
Yeah, that would be the super Walmart.
Yeah, or there's a super Targets. I don't think Bluffton or the Hilton Head area has one, but
I'd like to be able to get my tires,
rotate it,
and then pick up some oranges, bananas, and maybe some half a slab of meat
and a pair of tennis shoes
and a pair of sneakers.
And then you are set. Your car has shoes, and so do you. Hairspray is important when I go to supercenters, but I don't like them. I mean, I like them. I hate Walmart.
Right.
I think Walmart is a demon. I hate Sam's Club because they're owned by the same person.
I don't think they're evil at all. I think that they have the only thing that they have left to do is if they could put apartments on top of a Walmart.
Because they have gas stations now too.
They have gas stations. By the way, if they could make a giant mall where they have apartments on top, and then they would have Sam's at one end and a Walmart on the other,
and then a couple of
specialty shops like to get your nails
they'd
done.
made so much money.
They wouldn't
maybe like a Papa
car.
John's or like a Domino's
you
for
wouldn't
food.
Need a car.
Exactly, you just walk.
You take the elevator down and you go into the mall. You meet everybody there. You can have a little school on the other end.
Isn't it disgusting what our world is coming to? That there's a possibility that they could build apartments on top of Walmart and everybody would be satisfied?
Because what would happen is you would work for the Walmart that you were living
Or the Sam's Club.
Or the Sam's Club.
Because you got or the specialty shops. Sometimes, everybody needs employees, but I don't like supercenters for the sheer fact that.
Well, then you'd have your lawyer and your doctor in the mall too.
You gotta have those. It's just they put the small places out of business. It's just like anything big, like a Papa John's. I work for Papa John's, but I hate it because it's like.
But let me say this: that I don't think it's really their fault. I think that's society.
Oh yeah.
America loves. This is why Sam's Club and why Walmart will always succeed. And America loves cheap things.
Yeah.
Fat, cheap things. Oh,
and
no, I'm sorry. Quick, cheap things.
And get everything quick. Yeah,
exactly. You know what? If they could get it cheaper, or if it was a better quality, but they had to spend a little more money and had to wait a week, or they could buy something dirt cheap now that they knew would break in 20 minutes as soon as they got it, they would buy it.
Because they're there.
They're there. Yeah.
If they said, oh.
And if it was $1, if it was 99 cents, and they know that it wouldn't even last them by the time they get home, they would still buy it.
And that's the problem. See, you get to those places and you say, oh, we needed milk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we needed a new TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we needed whatever you buy at Walmart, a new pair of shoes, whatever. I think that it's sad because I drive through Hilton Head, drive through Bluffton, and there's maybe one or two local record music shops.
There's none.
Because they all go out of business because Walmart sells the new country single.
By the way, this is just not happening here. This is happening across the country. By the way, I went to Seattle and that whole area and Portland, Oregon. There is no difference in America now. America has become so homogenized.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone.
And it's sad. I mean, I love local record shops. I mean, just think if you can go into a record shop and just actually buy a record. I mean, we're not even talking CDs. I know records, you say the word record for everything now, but a record. To go and get a turntable and play a record, you can't even find them anywhere.
They'll never happen.
It's sad.
And whatever happened to the used CD stores?
Remember that?
Nothing. Because of the record exchanges, then they became the CD exchanges, and then Garth Brooks sued them because they weren't getting their money on the CDs because they were being sold twice. Remember that?
And then that's sad.
Oh,
yeah.
You want to hear something today? So I'm going online, and they have guitar tabs, where you can go and find out how to play certain music. They're being sued by the RAII or RIAA
for copyrighted music,
for copyright infringement because they put down how to play somebody's song.
Isn't that ridiculous?
But it's not how to play it. They only put they put GAC. And by the way, GAC is 90% of all songs.
If you can play 3 chords, you could be a country music star. You could be a punk rock star. You could probably be a pop star.
Yes.
Remember that, kids. GAC.
GAC. Or maybe AGC, maybe AGCA.
You can throw it around. You can twist it and add an extra note.
Well, that would be the bridge, or that would be the chorus.
The chorus is a little different. Just remember the letters of the alphabet. If you know them, you can play guitar.
Well, Adam,
I think we've exhausted
pretty much talked
small
about
talk.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All right. When the 26th episode, the 26th week anniversary, Big Tommy is going to be in the house.
Yeah, he's going to be in the house. We found him.
And you can always email him at bigtommy@RogueCast.com and email me at tr@RogueCast.com.
And email me at adam@RogueCast.com. Stay tuned next week
for the Great Conspiracy Show.
We're going to, listen, here's what we set down if you have any other ideas. Conspiracy theory show. You send us your conspiracy theories. Anything you want. It doesn't matter if you think your grandma works for the CIA. It's a conspiracy, which my grandma did.
Don't forget about having sex in the horror movies.
Sex in horror movies. Your best sex scenes, the worst sex scenes, and if people have survived through sex scenes.
And there was one more.
We have that, and then any topics that you think we have not addressed in this small talk episode. We'll call this a small talk episode. All we did was create small talk.
That will be on the website. It'll be the small talk episode.
So if you think of anything you want us to talk about next week for our 26th anniversary special, you just let us know.
Thanks for listening to another fine episode of RogueCast. For more information on the topics, guests, or hosts from this show, please visit RogueCast.com. The content of all segments of this show is copyrighted